People of the world, welcome to Marketing as a Foreign Language. This, the 126th episode. Before we dive in, I want to share a Christmas list that I have on my desk here. Belongs to my daughter. She's got, as item number 3, it says all unicorn toys. Item number 4, wiggly worms. Number 6, got to go flamingo. And let's not forget, number 7, slime. She wants slime, people. Did you know today on the show we're going to be talking about hijacked Google My Business listings? Oh my gosh, people are taking over listings. They shouldn't be doing that, but they're doing it anyway. Instagram's Giving Tuesday. It's the season for giving. Unsurprisingly, Instagram is doing PR and giving at the same time. That's called cause marketing. Twitter's audio spaces test. Is it like a mixing thing? What is it? We'll find out. Reddit's daily user count. Spoiler alert. It's not as much as Twitter and Snapchat. Facebook pays millions to license stories. Why are they doing that? And Libra, which is a cryptocurrency that was known for its connection to Facebook, rebrands to distance itself from the social media giant. Show starts right this very second. Don't forget to breathe, people. Air is free. Hijacked Google My Business listings. This one from searchengineland.com. Hijacked Google My Business listings appear to be a growing problem. The problem of hijacked Google My Business listings, where someone other than the business gains control of the local profile, according to searchengineland.com, appears to be growing. Sterling Sky's Joy Hawkins has reported on the trend and some of the methods used by spammers and scammers. So if Twitter can get hacked, then your Google My Business can certainly get hacked. There are countless scammers online. If you don't watch the videos where there are these people who will talk to scammers and they will hack into their system and delete all their files, you should watch those because they're really good. But a lot of people are ignorant. When someone calls and says, this is Google calling, they assume it's Google calling when it's not. The problem of hijacked listings is increasing, obviously. Google My Business phishing. So unethical local marketers are effectively phishing using the claim this business link in the local knowledge panel profile. That generates an email request for control over the listing, which is sent to the registered owner of the profile. There are many examples and complaints on the Google My Business profile. The frequency of this tactic appears to be increasing. One of the examples cited by Hawkins, a hijack listing for a law firm was used to sell leads to other personal injury attorneys. Ouch. Asked about the phenomenon, a Google spokesperson told Search Engine Land, quote, we're aware of this incident and we're monitoring it closely. So basically, there are a number of things that Google can do. They are obviously incentivized to do all of those things. But it's not safe. I mean, your Google My Business listing is not safe. We talked at length about how you can improve the listing. You want to be doing posts. You want as many reviews as you can get. If your last review was 4 months ago, that's one of the factors. So recency of reviews is important. And for many small businesses, they live and die by the Google My Business profile. They don't even realize it. You can add videos up to 30 seconds, but this whole hijacking your listing, something you should be aware of. So be aware of it. Instagram's Giving Tuesday, this from socialmediatoday.com. Instagram's looking to highlight how people can provide assistance on Giving Tuesday with a new collaborative story at the top of user feeds, which will highlight publicly posted story frames that include a dedicated donation sticker. So it's good and good. So you've got Instagram helping facilitate giving in the giving month, and you get good PR for Instagram, so good for them. As explained by Instagram, quote, we're featuring a shared Giving Tuesday story at the front of your stories bar, encouraging people to support small businesses directly. Interesting. Support small business. Why would we want to do that? Well, maybe it's because they've been devastated this year. Accounts you follow who use the I donated or the donation sticker will be added to the shared story for a limited time. Now, a caveat in what I just said, obviously there are some small businesses that have done very, very well this year. What the heck? And there are some that haven't changed at all and some that have been decimated. So it's, like all things, nuanced. So Instagram has used the shared story approach for several major events, providing a means to help encourage community engagement and promote important causes. So if you're on Instagram and you see that today, now you know what's up. Twitter's audio spaces test. This one from the Tech Crunch, or as I like to pronounce it, the Tech Crunch. Earlier this month, Twitter announced it would soon begin testing its own Clubhouse rival called Audio Spaces. Are you familiar with Clubhouse? I'm not. The new product will allow Twitter users to gather in dedicated spaces for live conversations with another person or with groups of people. While the company showed off a handful of screenshots of the product at the time of the announcement, there were few specifics about how Audio Spaces would work. Now, we know a bit more about Audio Spaces' feature set thanks to some digging by reverse engineer Jane Manchin Wong. So a audio space dedicated to live conversations with people or groups of people. So back to the article, Wong enabled the private beta in the Twitter app and took screenshots that show how Audio Spaces and its features would look in action. This actually is a halfway decent way to monetize Twitter. As I said before, I don't understand why someone would pay for exclusive, deals, or why would you pay Twitter $5 a month? I don't understand it. But if there are audio spaces that you can gain access to, or you can have larger rooms, now it starts making a little bit more sense. So the images show that users will be able to apply the same sort of conversation controls that are today available for tweets to audio spaces as well. This will allow users to configure their audio spaces to be open to anyone who wants to join. So, I think on Discord you can do this. I'm not sure. But if you're hanging out and you're playing video games, you might want to get into an audio space that way. It is lamer than Zoom, obviously, because it doesn't have the video component. So there you have it. Anyway, so Twitter's moving forward with this audio space. Is it going to be a game changer? I don't know. Maybe if you can actually talk to some of the people, or like Twitter battles turn into audio battles, it could be interesting. So we'll see how this pans out. Reddit's daily user count. So I'm a big Redditor. Love me some Reddit. Check it every morning. This from therap.com. Reddit on Tuesday shared for the first time ever how many daily active users it has, telling the Wall Street Journal it has 52 million of them. And even with that figure rising quickly, Reddit's daily user base still falls well short of other major tech platforms like Snapchat and Twitter. The chief operating officer, Jen Wong, told the Wall Street Journal Reddit's daily active user count is up 44% from the same time last year. Wow. Millions and millions of folks. Signaling it's another platform that's received a boost due to more people spending time inside and online due to COVID-19, despite Reddit's big year-over-year growth. On the user growth front, though, it still trails other big-name tech companies. Yep, we get it. Snapchat recently shared that it has 249 million. Yikes. So 52 million for Reddit, 249 million for Snapchat. Twitter has 187 million daily active users, even after posting lackluster Q3 growth recently. That's Twitter. Facebook, 1.8 billion daily active users. And Instagram, 500 million. Ooh, they are winning. There's just no way around it. So there you go. So Reddit is, it's in there, but not as much. Facebook pays millions to license stories. This one from theguardian.com. Facebook's to pay mainstream UK news outlet millions of pounds a year to license their articles as the social network faces the threat of government crackdown over its dominance of online advertising. So other countries outside of the United States have much more of an incentive to crack down on Facebook, obviously, because they are not seeing the tax revenue. Most British newspaper groups have signed up to the program, under which their articles will appear in a dedicated news section on the site that is due to launch in January. So there's going to be a dedicated news section. So this is a precedent, obviously, that Facebook would rather not have set. But here we go in the UK, setting new precedents. While most Facebook news consumption is currently through links shared on a user's main news feed. The dedicated news tab will involve contractors paid by the social network selecting what they consider to be the main stories of the day. In return, publishers are being promised substantial cash sums and the promise of new readers. So, could this be possibly good for Facebook? I was just going to have to pan out. We don't really know. We don't really know, but it is an interesting, precedent. Libra crypto rebrands to distance itself from Facebook. I was in cryptocurrency for a bit. I still have some cryptocurrency, Bitcoin nearing 20,000 as of today. The Libra cryptocurrency, according to TheVerge.com, is getting a new name today, Diem, in an effort to show that the project has organizational independence, creating distance basically from Facebook. It attempts to get regulatory approvals for its launch. The project initially received widespread pushback, in part because it emerged out of Facebook and in part because its ambitious aims seem to threaten traditional government-run financial systems. This is big. A lot of people talk about the rise of Bitcoin, and I think Bitcoin instability is a major cause of it not being adopted. And there's obviously a lot of currency. One of the cryptocurrencies that I find interesting is Compound, where you can earn interest from it, which is an interesting sort of deal. You might want to check them out. So yeah, which one's going to dominate? I'd have to guess Bitcoin just because it's got so much name recognition. But is it the best? Probably not. There are quite a few advances that have happened since the launch of Bitcoin. Back to the article, the independent organization that runs the project, the Libra Association, will now be known as the Diem Association. We get it. And the currency will be called the Diem dollar. And we get it. Facebook initially pitched Libra as essentially a mainstream cryptocurrency that could be spent online or offline. Much like the dollar, it was meant to make digitally transferring money quicker and easier. We get the idea. So let's recap. But before we do, we would love to hear from you. We would love your comments. We would love your questions. You can send questions directly to info@senditrising.com. You can leave a comment with that question or a comment. You can give us a ring, 702-263-0141, if you have any questions about web development, SEO, internet marketing, social media, all that jazz. We're live every single 10:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and the podcast is available all over the place, Spotify, iTunes, and more. So keep an eye out for Hijacked Google My Business listings. Obviously, no one wants that to happen to them, but it turns out that a lot of folks are weaseling their way in. Instagram's Giving Tuesday, so if you're on Instagram today and you see stories about giving, that's what's going on. Twitter's Audio Spaces test could be an avenue for them to charge folks for access, that sort of thing. Interesting that they're moving into the space more and more. Excuse me. Won't surprise me if they attack like Zoom and they want those dollars, because Zoom stock just exploded this year. Reddit's daily user count, not all that impressive, but still up significantly, up to 52 million daily active users. Facebook pays millions to license stories, a precedent in the UK that may trickle into the United States. We'll see. Libra crypto rebrands to distance itself from Facebook. That's the show today. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for swinging on by. Much appreciated. And we'll see you for tomorrow's episode. Same time, same place. Class dismissed.